Hi guys, welcome to this tutorial. It's Teacher Raya here. So in this session, we're going to solve question 13A from NECTA Form 4 Mathematics paper 2020. So that is Tanzanian National Examination. All right, so we are given the inverse of a matrix, which is this one here. We need to find matrix A, the original matrix. So what you need to remember in order to do this is that A inverse multiplied by the A itself, that's going to give you the identity matrix, guys. So what is the identity matrix? That's going to give you 1 0 0 1. So we're going to use this in order to find this A here. All right, so let's go ahead and put in our A inverse is 4 3 5 2. So 4 3 5 2, and we're going to multiply that with A. We don't know A, so we're just going to give some letters to A, B, C, and D. And this must be equal to this guy here, the identity matrix. So I don't know if it's a guy or her or him. 1 0 0 1. Right, guys. So in order to solve this, we need to multiply this out and then form simultaneous equations and then solve them. Right. So when we multiply matrix, we will take this row, multiply with this column, and then we're going to do the bottom row with the same column, and then we're going to move on from that row to the other column, and so on. So 4 times A is 4A, and then we're going to add 3 times C, which is 3C. So that's our top number. Then we're going to do the bottom row with the same column. 5 times A is 5A. We're going to add 2 times C, which is 2C. Then we're going to go across now. So same row with the other column. 4 times B is 4B. We're going to add 3 times D, which is 3D. Now we're going to go to the bottom row and the right hand column. So 5 times B is 5B, and then 2 times D. We're going to add it, and all this is going to be equal to the identity matrix. So 1 0 0 1. We can now equate each one of these numbers or term and the numbers in order to form equations. So I can use the ones with C's, A's, and C's. So I can use these two in order to find A and C. And then I'm going to use these two in order to find a B and D. All right. So let's go ahead and find them. We'll start with this A and C. So what do we have? 4A plus 3C. That's going to be equal to this number here, 1. And then we're going to take that equation, that expression, 5A plus 2C, and that's going to be equal to this number here, so 0. We can call this equation 1 and equation 2. We can solve them simultaneously any way you like. I'm going to use the method of elimination. So I'm going to eliminate my C's. I'm going to make the coefficients of C the same. So in order to do that, I need to multiply equation 1 by 2. I need to multiply equation 2 by 3. So if I do that, then I'll get 4 times 2 is 8A plus 3 times 2 is 6C equals to 1 times 2 is 2. For the bottom one, 5A times 3 is 15A. 2 times 3 is 6C, and that's 0 times 3. You get the 0 guy, 0. Right then, so call this equation 4 if you like. As long as you solve it, you can call that equation any number you like. I'm going to do equation 5, take away 4. So let's do equation 5, take away 4 in order to eliminate the C's. 15A take away A is 7a. 6c, take away 6c is 0, and that's going to be equal to 0 take away 2, which is going to give you -2. So therefore, a is going to be equal to -2/7. That is our first number that we need, a. So let's go ahead and use equation to find c. All right, so I'm going to use equation 2, this one here, because it has a 0 there. It's easy to work it out. So I'm going to do 5. I know a is -2/7. So if you want to write from 2, and this plus 2c is equal to 0, guys. You can actually divide by 2 throughout, and then if you rearrange this, you will get the 2's will go, because if you divide by 2 throughout, you will get -5/7. That's equal to -c. The negative will go, so therefore c is equal to 5/7. Okay, so that is our second number that we need. Now let's go ahead and find what b and d are. Right, so for b, we're going to make the equation plus 3d. This is going to be equal to this one. So I'm taking this expression and that must be equal to 0. And then I do 5b plus 2d, and this must be equal to this one. Call this equation 1, call this equation 2. You need to multiply this one by 2, multiply this one by 3. Okay, so let's solve b and d. Now, if you multiply out, 4 times 2 is 8b, plus 3 times 2, 6d, 0 times 2 is 0, 5 times 3 is 15b, plus 2 times 3, 6d, equals to 1 times 3 is 3. Call this 4 if you like, call this 5 if you like. Alright guys, so let's solve this. I'm going to do 5 take away 4, equation 5 take away 4. So 15b take away 8b, this will give me 7b. And that's going to be equal to 3 take away 0, 3, because the d's will cancel. Therefore, my b is going to be equal to 3/7. Now, let's go ahead and find d. Oh, let's mark that one as well. So this is our third number now. Right, so I'm going to use equation 1. From 1, what do I have? 4, and my b is 3/7, and then I have plus 3d. That's going to be equal to 0, guys. All right, so if you divide by 3 throughout, you're going to be left with 4/7 here. So let me just write that down. 4/7 plus d is going to be equal to 0. So therefore, d is going to be equal to -4/7. That's our fourth number that we need. So now we can go ahead out and write our matrix A, which is going to be equal to A was -2/7. B was 3/7. And C was 5/7. And D was -4/7. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this session, and bye for now.